Okay, so this is 100% true, right? I want to share this information with you guys ASAP because this is super important information. This is not a clickbait title. I assure you this is 100% real. If you are an actor, artist, athlete, entertainer of any kind in 2025, you will be broke unless you know this. And how do I know that this is the case? I'll tell you how I know this is the case. A lot of you don't know that much about me, but my name is Ernie Rivera. I do have a background in performing arts and acting. I also have a background in economics and finance. I got my Bachelor's of Fine Arts from the American Musical and Dramatic Academy in Los Angeles. And I got that degree a few years ago. After that, I went back to school to get a degree in economics, quantitative economics from Cal Poly Pomona. And that is a little bit about my background, but I assure you, I know exactly what I'm talking about on this issue. So, why are you going to be broke? Why are you more likely to be broke as an artist, entertainer, athlete? Why are you more likely to be broke than any other job? And here is the reason. Listen up close, right? But before I tell you, I want you to click like, subscribe, and push the bell if you like it, right? I really appreciate it. I'm going to share this information with you right now. So here's the thing, right? I told you before that everyone has two jobs. They all have two full-time jobs. You need to have two full-time jobs if you want to get ahead, right? You have the thing you do, then you have managing your own portfolio. You have the thing you do, and you have managing your own portfolio. And some people are really good at keeping the two, right? Most people, unfortunately, they just have their job, right? And that's great. That's great. Let's not begrudge it, right? That's amazing that they have their job, right? But the reason that they aren't poor the second is because they're getting a steady income stream, right? Steady flow of money, And as an artist, actor, entertainer, athlete, you may not have that opportunity to have that steady income, right? Because we all know that these jobs you're going to get, right? While some of them do pay well, they're going to be spaced out very far. They're going to be uncertain. You don't know what the future holds, unfortunately, and that's the thing, right? If you don't know what the future holds, you better be preparing your own to be the CEO of your own portfolio. That's got to be your focus, right? Because let me tell you a story, right? Some of these actors you hear about, even the ones who hit it big with like multiple millions of dollars, they end up like unfortunately dying broke, a lot of them, and that's for real. That's because they don't manage their own money, or they leave the management of their money up to other more interested parties, let's say, right? But when I think about some of these people, right, what I'm thinking is that they have a lot of overhead, especially if you end up very successful. Like if you end up like a very successful multi-million-dollar actor, right? You're buying the big house, you're buying a couple big houses. You might not be paying them all off. You might just be paying the down payment on a few of them. And when things get tough, then guess what? You don't have the money to pay the taxes. You don't have the money to pay your payments. And then you lose the houses, you lose your money. And that's not even counting being sued or this or that or the other, right? Now, as for people who are just starting out, right, I want to encourage you to take this very seriously, right? I guarantee you, anyone can grow their wealth. Anyone can grow their wealth. But what you need to do is you need to become serious. If you don't have a job that's going to for sure pay you every couple of weeks, right, and pay you enough that you're happy with it, then you need to be managing your own portfolio and taking this more serious than any day job, right? So what you need to be understanding, especially if you're starting out in acting, entertaining, athletics, right, is you're putting a lot of money into it. You're putting money in for lessons. You're putting money in for equipment. You're putting money in for if you're an actor, headshots. Sometimes even audition workshops. But there are a lot of things that people put their money into, right? Reels, something people pay to make the reels. And this is stuff that I guarantee you a lot of it is necessary if that's what you want to do. But what you need to do if you're going to do that, because if your bank account is a big reservoir, and basically it is a big reservoir, you're having more money flowing out than it's trickling in from above. It's now you need to make sure that more money is coming in then is leaving. That is 100%. And we're going to do this together by talking about what you're going to do to make sure that you have a constant income stream, right? Now, again, unless you have all these advanced strategies for investment, the best thing you can do is have a job. Now, you're like, I have a job. I'm an actor. I'm an athlete. I'm a this, I'm a that, right? Well, you know what? That doesn't always pay the bills, so you're going to need something a lot more steady. Luckily, we live in the age of computers. We live in an age where you can find jobs online. You can find the jobs online. You can find night jobs online to do from home remotely. I encourage you to go on LinkedIn. I encourage you to go on Indeed. I encourage you to ask friends, family, this, that, or the other, what you can be doing at night. And why do you want to do it at night? You want to do it at night so that you can be sure that you are ready to go during the day to audition, to do any film projects or television projects or streaming projects you want to do, right? You have to have that time available. But you can't just keep the time open without having any other sort of job, unless you're so fortunate enough to be gifted a lot of wealth. But that's not the majority of us. And even if it were, people lose their wealth all the time. Did you know that the majority of millionaires in this country are made first generation? That means the majority of millionaires in this country, they're self-made. And usually the time it takes to lose that money is 2 generations. So like, let's say you earned $15 million in your life, right? And now you're passing it on to your children when the time comes. They may not be as responsible with it, but by the time it gets to your grandchildren, they may have lost it all by that point. So it's all of our own personal responsibility to make sure that we're building, we're piling, we're not spending, we're not diminishing, right? So again, think about what it is you're going to do as your night job or your side hustle, something to bring in constant flows of income, right? I want you to have the money to train. I want you to have the money for the equipment you need. I want you to have this, that, and the other, right? Well, we got to get serious about this. And when you're taking your money from your day job, right? You're going to put away 10 to 20% probably, right? 10 to 20% each paycheck. And you're like, dude, I don't have enough money to survive, right? Okay, so let's say you had a job, right? Paid you $100. Let's just use some simple math, right? So they pay you $100 and now you have to put away 10%. That's $10. That leaves you with $90. You're down to 90 from 100. It's not that big of a jump. And if you really are worried that you don't have enough to survive, what are you going to do? Starve quicker? I mean, I'm joking. But it's like, you will get used to having less money. But you know what? What will happen? Your savings account, your high yield savings account will pile up. That over the course of 10 months, right? If you do this, you're going to have an entire month's salary saved up. If you do this for 120 months, you're going to have a full year's paycheck. And that's only with 10%. And that's not even investing. That's just holding, right? So you need to take this seriously, right? It can't all be about being like, artsy or whatever. It can't all be about being rocky and having the dream, because I'm gonna share a secret with you, right? This is my last secret to share with you, right? When people get a job, you know what they're doing? They're buying a lottery ticket. They are buying a lottery ticket. They're saying, I hope this pays off. I hope this pays off. I hope this pays off. But you know what? They're buying scratchers. It's more likely to pay off, but it'll pay off just a little bit of time. They're buying scratchers, right? Metaphorically speaking. You, as an artist, as an athlete, you're buying Powerball, which means when it pays off huge, right? But guess what? Until it pays off, if it pays off, you're just throwing money down the drain. And we cannot afford to do that, unfortunately, right? Save that money. Get ready to invest. My next video is going to be about asset classes, right? Again, I hope you like and subscribe to this video. We're not done yet, but I hope you like, subscribe to this video, and share it all over the place. Leave some comments. I like to talk to you. I like to talk to you guys. That's right. But anyway, right? So yeah, you're like, you're like swinging for the fence every time, right? But that's not what we want to do, all right? I know it sounds sexy, you know, like, oh, I hit a grand slam, right? Let's not be sexy for a second, all right? Let's go back to a little film called Moneyball, based on the book, based on the real life phenomenon. I think it was with, don't quote me, but I think it was the Red Sox, right? Where they started looking at building a baseball team through the lens of statistics, and they figured out that, like, we do not want some of these people who are going to be hitting home runs all the time. And the reason is because if they're going to be hitting home runs all the time, a lot of these people who are doing that were also striking out more than anyone. They were striking out more than anyone. And so it was unlikely that you were going to get runs, right? What they needed was a team of people who knew how to hit and get on base, hit and get on base, hit and get on base. Small victory, small victory, small victory. That is what we are chasing, because all those small victories one day will add up. And I wanted to tell you that today. I'm here to share that with you today. I hope you leave a comment. Again, I hope you like and subscribe. This was an amazing video to make with you guys. You guys are awesome. If you have any comments, you know, I will read through them. I will answer to the best of my ability. I have a lot more information on this. Again, background, I have a BFA in fine arts acting. I have a Bachelor of Science in quantitative economics, working on my degree in data science. So hit me up. Love you guys. You guys are the best. It's been an amazing video. Take care. Peace.